And all right, went to Turkstra, Canadian-owned company, to pick up some cedar. Got some Western Red here, 2x10s by 8. Time to get these home and cut them up. Okay, so fun fact, this is my second time recording this. I just did the whole intro and that camera wasn't even running. So we're off to a good start. Welcome back to another Woodbeard video. This is a project video and I'm actually building this very sign that the camera is currently sitting on. You can see a little sneak peek here. But I'm doing this one a little bit different. It's going to be a series of videos in smaller increments. I find that when I'm working on a project and filming things, I forget about the footage until the project's done. And the last thing I'm thinking about is all the footage I have to edit. So I'm trying this working and editing at the same time to hopefully make it a little easier. So what am I building? I'm building a sign for a friend's mom's cottage. Her name is Kathryn Heaney, and her daughter is Laura Heaney, one of my friends. So Kathryn, or Kathy, as her friends call her, Kathy reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in making a sign for her cottage, which is dubbed the Unicorn Cottage. How could you say no to something like that, right? So I sent her a couple mock-ups, which you can see here. One has the unicorn head protruding out the top of the sign, which I thought was kind of fun. Could be a unique challenge. And the other has it contained within the sign with a really cool design that I liked. So I'm not going to spoil which one she picked. You'll have to wait for the next video to see that. But I can say I'm very happy with how this is going. And thankfully, she seems on board, which is great. Kind of what you want, right? I've been learning a lot of new things on this and trying new things. Some of it's techniques. Some of it is in the editing and filming, such as multiple camera angles. Anyways, I hope you like this format of a video series. Not all the videos will be like this, but this one certainly is, and I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot more I can put into these videos, like you get to see in this one. My whole process of getting the wood, bringing it home, measuring it out, figuring out where I want to place things. Kind of get to see the chaos that goes on in my mind while I'm working on these things, and a lot of the confusion and trial and error. So I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you'd like to see more of these, and I hope you come back for part 2. So without further ado, here's part 1 of Kathy's sign. Hello. Back in the basement. It rained a lot this week, and I have an old basement, so it smells like damp old basement. So fun. Anyways, I've got this beautiful cedar here. Now I'm going to start cutting for Kathy's signs. So these are 10 inches across. I'm making 2 signs, and the widest one is going to be 18 inches. So I need to measure 3 feet on these and then cut that and laminate these together. So it'll be like that thick when I'm done. Well, you get it. You get what I'm saying. It'll be twice as thick, or as tall, I guess. After that, I'm going to be playing around with some router bits that I got specifically for this. They came with a sticker. That's kind of fun. It's hard to see. I'll take these out in a bit, but they're finer points for doing letter engraving specifically. So I'm going to play around with those and just make a big old mess down here. So let's go. So first I need to decide which is going to be my big sign and which is going to be my little. They're both going to have engraving on them. And both these boards I picked out because they didn't have many knots and I like the color. So I think this is going to be my main one, the big sign, and this will be the little one. I think. We're going to make them 36 inches, so I just want to find a nice spot that doesn't have too many knots. I think if I do here, there's a couple knots here, but a pretty good space in between, whereas down here, you probably can't see, there's more knots on each end. So yeah, I think here, maybe I'll go with this knot because it's smaller, not right in the dead center. So if I did, that's 36. And then it's only gonna be 10 inches, so. Oh, sorry, 8 inches. This isn't even 10 across. This is 9 3/8 wide. So it's actually still perfect. I can't trim for this board. I gotta trim this round over off so I can laminate the boards together good, but I can't take too much off because I need the thickness. I need this to be 18, and it's 9 3/4, so it's, I don't have much to play with. I don't have much room to play with, but it'll be okay. Okay, so this is gonna be my small sign. I don't like taking chunks right out of the middle, but this still leaves me with a lot. Oh, how long is this? Let's see. It should be 8 feet. It's 8 feet exactly. Love it. Okay. All right. I think I should just cut this. Yeah. I'm going to use my circular saw. I do have the chop saw, but I don't have enough space to use it all, so it's okay. We'll use this. All right, I'm gonna make the first cut. Oh, nuts. I just ripped a chunk off the back. This is stupid. I didn't think to move my feet either before I did that. I'm glad that didn't fall on my foot, which is usually what happens. Shoot. Okay, this isn't so bad. This will obviously be the back of the sign, and I'm actually gonna cut this down to 8 inches, so it's not even gonna be a factor at all. But if I wanted to, I could glue this back on like so. And I think once you sand it down, I mean, I would need to fill in this chunk. I don't know where that one went. Might still be on there. But I think I could glue that on and sand it if I needed to, and it would look okay. But don't have to do that because this will get cut off anyways, so into the scrap pile. Okay, so I got a little bit smarter after that first cut. Let me show you. My bench I built to be the same height as my table saw on its little cart, so it can work as an outfeed table. So I'm gonna brace that piece against both now, and making this cut will be much easier and safer, and no piece will fall and tear out. And that's the hope, anyways. Let's see what actually happens. Oh. Okay. Doesn't like the height difference here. That's my bad. Dozuki to the rescue when in doubt. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, so what I think happened there, this bench is not, I've got adjustable feet on it, but currently it's not at the same height as the table saw. Like, it actually goes up. So I think as I was making the cut, it just started to flex and pinch the blade, and as you saw, I kicked back a little bit. So yeah, that was fun. Anyways, I'm going to now measure and cut my second piece because that needs to be glued up, and then I'm going to use the table saw to rip off that rounded edge so I can glue it together, and then I'll do a glue up. Okay, so again, I need 36 inches, and I want it to be as clear as possible. This one has much tinier knots, that's why I picked it for the main part of the sign. Just gonna, whoops. Oh, that one's even less knots. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. So I could go right from the edge. There's a tear out there. If I did, this is so nice, and I like this coloring. I think I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna round these edges over anyways, and it kind of has a nice look, I think. So if I do, let's do 37, so that'll give us a ½ inch of play on each side. 37, and then, well, it's 37 times 2, 74, I think. Yeah, 74. Okay. So I just marked the 1/8 here. I'll bring you in. I marked the 1/8 thickness here. I know it's off my mark a bit, but that's for my saw kerf. So that's how much the blade will take off. So that's why I did that. Okay, I think this will work better. So I've hoisted it up on that end. I've just put a support board under it, and then I've got a support right here too. So it's now level, and it shouldn't cause me any issues when I cut it this time. Let's find out. That was so much smoother. Oh, came so close. Get the hand saw. When in doubt, hand tools. And there we go. There's our first piece of sign. Use this to measure the second piece. Okay. Okay. Last cut for now. Again, I got right to the end. Boom. Okay. This is great because now I've got my 2 signed pieces, which I should glue up first. I got a nice big few chunks to play with. I'm using this one as my test. All right, let's rip some edges. Okay, how cool is that? So now, I've got 2 boards I can join together. How cool is that going to be? Next time on Woodbeard. Okay, I am no artist at all. I can barely draw a straight line, so don't make fun of what you're about to see here. This is just a test. Leave me alone. You know what? I'm not terrible at this.